Covering Clay County now, where tonight Sheriff Daryl Daniels is holding a neighborhood walk to raise awareness about crime. It comes after a major arrest earlier this week in connection with the death of an 18-year-old girl. Ariel Brundage died from an overdose of fentanyl-laced heroin last November. She was a freshman at FSCJ. Her dad says she was outgoing, helpful, just a pleasant young lady. Deputies say that Trumaine Lucky Muller sold the drugs that killed her. Tyler Hamilton and Christopher Williams were named as his accomplices. Sheriff Daniels had some harsh words for them and anyone who commits a crime in Clay County.
Detectives arrested Trumaine Lucky Muller. I think Lil Lucky ain't so lucky no more. And unfortunately for him, he decided to peddle his products in Clay County, and I think luck ran out. So I'm changing his street name from Lucky to Unlucky. For a person who would sell heroin or bring fentanyl or think that it's okay to bring these products into Clay County, I have a more disdain for you than I have the regular criminal. And so your options are limited. I'd say today, we talked about dragging people from the gates of hell in the past, and so we don't have to do that, get the hell out of Clay County.
Sheriff Daniels joins us this morning on the morning show. Good morning to you, Sheriff.
Good morning.
I know that all crime is bad.
Yes.
This in particular really seemed to touch you personally.
It does. It does, because, you know, to me it's a poison. You know, people, it felt some kind of way when I use this phrase, get the hell out of Clay County. But for a person to think it's okay to bring something like that, a poisonous fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, any drug like that, the potency that, you know, who can determine, is hellish to me, and I think they need to get that hell out of Clay County.
It's interesting, too, because while we have been certainly spreading the news, and through Duval County as well, I just had a conversation with Sheriff Williams just a couple of weeks ago about the fact, I mean, the morgue is overflowing with bodies because so many people are dying from this fentanyl that's laced with heroin. I know you're seeing probably some of the same problems in Clay County. Can you explain to our viewers a little bit why this is happening sort of what seems like all of a sudden? And it's, I guess these addicts don't realize what these drug dealers are doing in terms of what they're putting in the heroin.
Right. So, you know, it's unfortunate that a person would have some dependency issues in the first place, and they may be addicted to heroin, or they may be addicted to cocaine or something like that, but the dealer themselves are lacing that with fentanyl for whatever reason, and, you know, so the buyer is going to get their drug of choice, which is unfortunate, but they are not aware that this fentanyl is interlaced into this product, and it only takes a small amount, 0.03 nanograms per milliliter, to kill a person. That's the lethal dose, and this stuff is laced with way more fentanyl than that.
Would you say that in terms of drug use that this is your biggest problem right now in Clay County?
Yes, I do, and it's the most concerning to me. It's the only drug out there that's killing people kind of instantly. You know, thank the Lord, or thank the medical community for Narcan and the ability to kind of counter the effects of that, and the physicians who know what to do to counter that. But, you know, everybody doesn't get access to that in a timely fashion. So, you know, I'm kind of declaring a line in the sand, if you will, against people who think it's okay to bring that into our communities. And if I don't take a stand as the sheriff, then who will? Who does? And I think I represent the masses when it comes to the folks who are in my jurisdiction who really say they want that out of the county.
And are you sending also a message to the fact that this is the first time, obviously, in the 4th Judicial, circuit, that there is someone who is now charged with murder and manslaughter, the other two accomplices, specifically for something that was sold then to this young girl?
Correct. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, I'm thankful that the state attorney is willing to move forward with prosecuting these cases. I mean, my hat's off to the grand jury who indicted Unlucky, and you know, we'll see how this thing goes out, how it plays out.
I know that you've performed several walks. You were at the Orange Park Mall twice. We remember the video from the brawl that occurred there. What other problems would you say, for those of our Clay County viewers who are watching, what other crime problems would you say maybe the top 2 issues that you're hearing from the community in terms of feedback? They really have a problem with the drugs, and not necessarily heroin itself or fentanyl itself, but the drugs and crimes against property. Crimes against property, people breaking into vehicles,
people breaking, going into garages, stealing things. And, it's my humble opinion, and there's facts to support it, that these things have a tie into drugs. And so let's get to the root of the matter. Let's deal with the drug issue, not to ignore the other issues that are going on around the county when we still have people who specialize in enforcing other laws. But let's get to the root of the matter. I believe in getting the most bang for the buck, the taxpayers' dollars, and let's go after the one that's going to give us the most bang for our buck.
Yeah, it was what's kind of the catalyst and what's starting it all. Sheriff Daniels,
Yes.
thank you for being here. I want to give everybody the information about tonight. You're holding a neighborhood walk, another one, in fact, in Middleburg. It starts at 5:30 on Louis Carter Road in Clay Hill. And if you have any concerns about crime in your neighborhood and you want to talk specifically one-on-one with deputies, you can stop by Coffee with a Cop this morning. It's at the Maple Street Biscuit Company in Fleming Island. It starts at 9, so in about an hour, and runs until 11 o'clock this morning. Bruce?